Welcome to day 30 of our January challenge 2020, and this is going to be our last day of anything new on this Pachelbels Canon arranged by Sylvia Woods. So today we're going to look at the lever change section. This is the top two lines on the final page. We're doing it in the key of D, so I'm looking at the top two lines of page 11. Okay, and I have here an F sharp at the beginning in my right hand and our D octave in the fifth from the left. I'll play through this section for you and then I'll talk through any parts. So here we go. 3 and 4 and. So on a lever harp, we actually have it easier than people trying to play this piece on a pedal harp, because on a pedal harp, you'll see the markings written underneath the music, the C natural to the C sharp, C natural to the C sharp. So a pedal harpist needs to do those moves down there. The lever harp marking is the high C natural, which is referring to the C an octave above middle C, that you make natural in that first line of it, and then just towards the end of that second line we put it back on, and the rest of it is absolutely fine. So you don't need to be perturbed by anything else written in, just taking it off there and putting it back on, whichever direction up and off or on or off is for you, whether it's up or down. Okay, so the left hand pattern, and it's good to practice the left hand and do the lever change. We have a D octave with a fifth. These are all these octave and fifths patterns. Up to an A, up one to a B, nice and high, down to the F, then we're just going to do the G and the lever off. 3 and, back to the G, and then an A triad, back down to a D, next line, starting our pattern again, B, go down to the F, up one to G, up to a D, now 3 and 2 on G and B, and straight to the lever and A, C, E. Okay, so it's worth practicing through the left hand and including the lever change as part of that practice, even though it's the top hand that will play the note that's been altered. Okay, so that's that part, worth practicing. In the top hand, we start with finger 3 because of where we've come from, or you could use finger 2, whatever you feel comfortable getting to, having had a 4 on the E. Then we leap up an octave. Then we start on that note, same pattern of, we're going to cross over with our thumb to the B and play D and G, and then up to a D here. Okay, now that D and G is actually, it would have been played with your left hand if your left hand wasn't needed to do the lever change. So it needs to be, the melody is da 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 dee da dum, and those two notes are just carrying on what the left hand would have been playing. Da 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 dee da da dum, and we've got our lever off by here. And then we're into thirds, up the octave. So that's just the same thing you played in the first line, F, F, G, da, da, dum, but you're adding a third above with the thumb, so it's ones and twos. If you want to be clever with that, you could involve finger 3, so that you do, from the highest note down, you have 1 and 2 on the G and the B, third finger on the F, so the thumb moves, and then do the same thing again, either side of the black with 1 and 2, finger 3 on the D. So you could do that if that felt comfortable to you. It can be quite secure feeling and can help the joining up feel of the notes there, rather than it being ba, 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 bum. It can help. up to your personal preference, but something to have a bit of fun with trying. Then carrying on, we have an F on its own, which is marked with a thumb. I'm going to have my finger 3 already on that next A, so that my thumb has something to anchor against and can go back on. Then we just move up 1, 1, 2, 3, crossing over. We've still got the C natural from before. Thumb on, finger 2 on. Then we're going to go A, G. We're playing an octave D. The melody is the high D. This is carrying on what the left hand would have played, but the left hand's busy doing the change. Then we have a C sharp on its own. And then we have a finger 2 on this final C, and that's because our thumb can get ready on the beginning of the next chord. And we can open up 2 and 3. Okay, so I will play that through again, starting at the top of the page, and I'm going to do it a bit slower just so that you've got something to have a real play with at a speed that gives you a bit of time to think. And then if you went back to the very beginning of the video, you heard me play it closer to the original speed. So here we go. 3 and 4 and. Well done. So that's a fairly whistle-stop tour through all the different sections that make up Sylvia Wood's arrangement of Pachelbels Canon. As I said yesterday, it's not with a view to you now suddenly being able to play it, but to give you the starting point for you to work on it in your own time and develop it, and just have little hooks on to think about, oh, that's why it's that, or seeing that chord structure and seeing the way it fits. Tomorrow, on our final day, what I plan to do for you is I'm just going to play it from the beginning all the way through at a kind of speed that we would like you to get comfortable with playing it at. And that is for you to join in with as much or as little as you like in the first instance, but then you can refer back to it and play along again at a later time. And also what you can do is think about what you're comfortable with, and you could try playing one section over and over perhaps and see how it fits comfortably with the rest of what's going on, so you don't have to play it from the start to the end for the purpose of what we're doing with it. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow for our final day of this wonderful month. Thank you, well done.